Hi, I'm Malcolm from Zoom Motorhome Hire. Just a short video for our hires of Doris, our Zefiro 696, just to keep you guys right during your travels and to give you a bit of insight before your handover at the depot. So first up, for the diesel and AdBlue filling, basically flick both doors open, diesel straight in here, and your AdBlue in here. Now we fill the vehicles with AdBlue for collection, so you shouldn't run short on AdBlue. However, if you do, all petrol stations sell small bottles that you can add during your travels. The habitation door, key in, turn left, back to the right, and the door opens. To lock, same key again, and it's locked. We have the Thetford locker for your waste cassette. Press both buttons. Underneath the cassette you'll see the blue button here. Click it up, pull the cassette out. Yes, we'll cover the cassette in more details when we deal with the toilet side of it. Click it shut, turn, and it locks it again. Now for the garage, same key as the habitation door. Turn it, the lever pops out. Same with the bottom. Put a little bit of weight against it, you're pushing it, just to avoid these locks catching on the rubber seal here. And in the garage, most of the equipment is stored, which will be covered at point of vehicle collection. Same again, turn it round, click them in place, and then they stay locked for travelling. All our vehicles come with bike racks as standard at no extra cost, and at the top back here there's dual colour reversing cameras. One of the cameras shoots down to the ground so you can see if you're close to something, and the other camera gives you a rear view view when you're driving. Other side of the garage, exactly the same operation as the other side. Only difference is on this side, when it's open, clip the door behind the little clip here, and it stops it from blowing shut. This is where your electric hookup goes, that's provided with the vehicle. So when you're at site, you can hook up onto the electric, so you can run your electric toaster, electric kettle, so on. So that controls the plugs, and it also charges the leisure battery when it's not being used. When you remove the hookup, make sure you click down this little button on the left, and that releases the lock on it. Then next to it we have your gas bottles. So we provide every vehicle with a full gas bottle and whatever's left from the previous hire. So that should give you enough for your travels. Again, at point of vehicle handover, we'll cover off how to change these, but this is where they reside. And the same as the other external locks, pop them in and they hold their place. The fresh water inlet, same key as the habitation door. Turn the lock, simply hang it out. The 25 metre hose that's provided with the vehicle, the side with no end on it in here, and the other side goes to the tap at your chosen site. Turn it back on, turn the lock to lock it in place, and back down with the... Below the Thetford cassette we have the waste water lever. Now when it's in the pushed in position, that means that it's locked and the water will fill into the 100 litre waste water tank. That's for your grey wastewater, which is from your sink and your shower. Most sites, when you're on site, will allow you just to drop it straight into the pitch. However, some won't, so just check with them when you get to the site. If they do allow it, when you're at the site, just pull it out and any water will just trickle out slowly. So inside the habitation area, we have the electric control panel. Now this controls all the electrics in the vehicle, and it is pretty straightforward and intuitive. So when you first come into the vehicle, you would press on the standby button, and then if you wanted to press the lights on, you would push the lights and put them onto the various switches in the habitation area. This one here tells you what the habitation leisure battery voltage is. As it starts to get low, it will alert you, and in that case, if you're not on hookup, you can simply turn the engine on and it'll charge over say like a half-hour period. But when you're on hookup, that naturally charges in the background. The button at the top right is to check out the levels of your waste water, both grey and fresh water. So the first one, S1, is for your fresh water. At the minute there's nothing in it, so it says 0. If you press it again, you get the R1, which is your waste water. Again, at the minute it's empty, so it displays 0. The bottom left is for your pump for your taps. When you press it on, you'll hear the pump kick in and then it quietens down. You have to have that on if you're using the sinks, taps or the shower. Just above that we have the external light, which comes on outside the door for the evenings. Above that is the cab battery. Again, if your battery starts to run low, which it shouldn't because it's the cab and you're driving a lot in it, it would alert you here to let you know that it needs turning over. And then the top left is the inside temperature of the vehicle. So the heating and hot water in all our vehicles is run by the Truma control panel. Now you can download the app onto your phone, so you can control the heating from your app. We'll cover that at point of vehicle collection. However, for those that want to use it manually, it's quite straightforward. You press the middle button, the top left is for your vehicle heating temperature. So you would then turn the button to the desired temp, press OK. If you turn it right once, this is for your hot water. So at the minute it's off. However, you can have it on eco if you just want some hot water, or you can put it on hot if you want it to be really warm for say like a shower, for example. And then you can boost it if there's multiple showers back to back. It boosts the water and heats it in 11 minutes. For the shower, you will only get one shower per boost, as the water tanks in motorhomes are not the largest, so you just have to be a bit frugal with the hot water. The third option along is the little gas bottle and the 2 lightning bolts. So this is where you choose whether you're using gas or electric. So the only settings you're really interested in is gas if you're not on hookup, and EL2 if you're on hookup. And then the final option of the fan, this is where you set the fan speed. So you can either have it on eco, which is a steady temperature, or you can have it on high to heat it up in the mornings, for example. All of our 2022 models have new touchscreen control panels, which control both the electrics and the heating and hot water. So when you switch it on, you'll see from the main control panel you have resources, room climate, warm water, switches, notifications and turn off. So under resources, this shows you the starter battery, so that's the cab battery voltage, the leisure battery voltage, and your fresh water level and your grey wastewater level. That's like dirty dishwater and shower water. So back to the main control panel. Below resources you have switches. So this is where you control the outdoor light above the habitation door, your internal lighting circuit, you have to choose the checkbox for it to come on, and your water pump, which you use if you're running any tap water, toilet flush, etc. So back to the main control screen. So your room climate, choose either heating or ventilation. Ventilation is obviously good in the summer when it's hot and it pumps out cool air. So for heating, you see you can either have it set at comfort, so it pumps the heating out slowly, or if it's cold you can move it on to fast. You'll see at the bottom right hand corner there's the source, so this is for your energy source. So at the minute we have it on gas for demonstration purposes. So you would use gas if you were wilding and didn't have access to an electric hookup. However, if you're on site, you would use the electric hookup option at 1800. Next to the room climate, we have warm water. So the same applies here. So 40 degree water is great for dishes, 60 degrees for showers, and if you want a longer shower, set it to 70 degrees. The same applies. At the minute we're on gas and we have electric off. However, if you were at site, you would use the electric option. Next to switches you have notifications. So if there was any issues with the heating or anything like that, you would see a little one next to the notifications. You would click into it and it would tell you what the issue was and how to rectify the issue. However, if you're struggling with anything like that, just give us a call on the number that's in the front of the handbook and we'll be more than happy to help. And then the final option is turn off. So when you leave the van unattended, you should always switch the control panel off, which shuts everything off inside the van. And up just above we have our games cupboard, if you like, so for family games, playing cards, so on, and also the remote control for the TV is stored in the cupboard just above the control panel. When you close it, you then click a little button in the front and that locks it. That's the same across all the cupboards in the vehicle. So the fridge operation. So standby button for the fridge. When you hold and press it and it comes on with the blue light. Now to choose the source, i.e. If you're on electric hookup, then obviously you want it on hookup. If you're wild camping, you want it on gas. And when you're driving the vehicle in between sites or wild camping, you want it running off the cab battery. So to choose the source, if you hold the square, it'll start to flash. At this minute it's flashing on the flame because it's currently hooked up to gas. You press the little right or left arrows. So this icon is for when you're on hookup. This icon when you're driving between sites to make sure that your food doesn't defrost, and then gas again if you're wild camping. So generally when you're driving around, you'll have it on the battery option, and then when you get to your chosen